Hey, it's Gothy, and it's a bit darker than usual because I have had to close my blinds. Um, because it's hot as fuck. It's 34 degrees today, and it's still only spring, so, it's getting there. Summer's gonna be kind of brutal. Um, as I learnt, well, not learnt. See, I have this thing where I keep forgetting that I live in Australia, where the sun is my eternal enemy. So last week, I had a day where I went to the family planning clinic and we talked about getting the IUD and stuff. I was supposed to go to that appointment this week, but I've had to push it back because periods. Yeah. So I've had to push that one back. It came early, so it's kind of screwed everything up. Had my meeting with my new job network, which still a little unsure about whether it's going to be a good fit or not, but the only way to really work it out is to try. And then on Thursday, I met up with a friend in Parramatta and we went Pokemon hunting. And we were only out for a little while, and I got sunburnt because I always forget that I live in Australia and that I'm pasty as fuck and that this is a problem. And this is like, let's see, Thursday, it's Monday today. So this is after a couple of days. It was bad, like, it was really bad. No blisters this time. I have had a blistering sunburn after I was out in the sun for like 2 hours in summer. So, yeah, it doesn't take much for me to get burnt, and I keep forgetting this. So I've now bought sunscreen. Australia's finally got 50 plus SPF, which you think, why doesn't Australia have that already? Like, no, that was only a thing as of last year. We used to only have 30 SPF. I know in America you can get 100 SPFs, but you can't really get them here. So, yeah. Long story short, I'm in Australia and the sun's a bitch. And it fucked me. It really fucked me. So, yeah. Where are they? There they are. I did get myself some new things. Because I can. I got this coloring book for $5, and they're wilderness mandalas, and they're they're not all mandalas. Like, some of them are just animals and stuff. But look at a cat! Look at a cat! Look at a cat! Look at a cat! It may or may not be the reason I bought that one, but yeah. So lots of sort of animal stuff. I'll do a proper flip through at some point. Yeah. Also, the reason it's dark in here too is because I was painting Andrew's room. I was doing a bit while my days are not too bad today. And it's gotten really hot, so being 34 degrees, even though it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it's still 34 degrees, so yeah, it's no wonder I'm sweaty. Really, no wonder that I'm sweaty. So we've got a split system air conditioner in the lounge room. So I've put that on. I'm going to see how much it cools down, like, this part of the house. In theory, it should be fine. But, yeah. Oh, and I got batteries for my light, so yeah, look at that. It's actually really good. I don't want to, like, flash it at the camera because I don't want to blind people, but yeah, it's like daylighting. It's good. I'm happy with it. The only thing I'm going to do is time how long it goes with a set of batteries, because they're not the rechargeable ones or anything. They're just basic AAAs. Another colouring book, the Day of the Dead one. This one opens this way. This one, it came with like pencils and stuff in this really nice set for $10, but I don't need the pencils. I was just after the colouring book. But there's some really nice skulls in here. I like sugar skulls. Like, I know there's the whole cultural appropriation thing and stuff, and yeah, but I just really like them aesthetically. Just skulls in general, though. But yes, there's stuff in that one. Another flip through will come, but they also had, it's a colouring in jigsaw puzzle with skulls. It happened. They also have a cat one and a mandala one that I'm going to go back and get at some point, because cats and mandalas and coloring. This comes with some textures. You get, what did I, no, I already threw them out, okay. I threw them out, because they're not very good textures. And I think I might do it with, like, acrylic paints or something. See how I go, I'll put it together first, and then go from there. It's only 500 pieces, so it's not a huge thing or anything, but, yeah. I'm happy. It's $10. Like, is that everything? Yeah, I don't think there was anything else. I still have to chase down my colours down under order. It still hasn't arrived. I don't know whether it's because it's something to do with the mail, or whether it's just that maybe they haven't sent it, or it's gotten lost somewhere, or it's been returned to them. I don't know. I'm gonna chase it up. And yeah, what else do I have this week? Tech 9. Tech 9 is this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it, and I realize that it's my first non-metal gig that I've been to, so it'll be interesting. I'm hoping I'll have enough money to get a t-shirt. Will very much depend on how much money I have by the weekend and how much the t-shirts are, because I'm also putting extra money aside for Illidan's vaccinations and stuff just in case. Just in case. Because that's more important than a t-shirt, so yeah. Actually, where's his folder? His folder's over there. 1, 2, 3. Ow, 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 ow. Because I wanted to double check when he's due. Okay, vaccination certificates. 14th of the 11th. Okay, so it's due in a week. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Does it have his thing on there? Yeah. The one thing we haven't kept track of is his worming stuff. But, yeah. And that is his. Oh, I missed his birthday again. Like, because he's a stray, because he was a stray, they don't know exactly when he was born, but they've estimated his date at the 8th of September 2011. So he's 5 years old now? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 6! What? 6? Fuck. He is. Illidan, you need to live for another 35 years. He's curled up under the aircon. But I always forget if it's what month it is and stuff. Because I usually like to give him a little thing for his birthday. It was like, sorry that you were dumped and you didn't actually get to live with a family and do it properly and stuff. Yeah. So, I have to do his vaccinations in a week. Actually, I might as well just do it this weekend. Because then that way I'll know how much his vaccinations are going to be, and then I can say, oh, well, you know, go to Tech 9 and do that. I've also got to pick up my Gallery Serpentine lay-by, because I lay-byed a dress from there a couple of weeks ago, and I've got to go pick it up. It's a really nice one. It's like a halter dress, and then it's got, like, short front but a long back, and it's like a lacy sort of stuff. And then it's got like a modesty panel in the middle and stuff, and it's really cool. It's mostly intended for fetish parties, basically. Yeah. Stitching, I've done like the tiniest little bit more. It's getting there slowly. BlizzCon was on the weekend. It was sort of disappointing. Not because of the lack of news. Like, I wasn't expecting any huge announcements or anything like that, because Overwatch has been released this year, Legion has been released this year, and all of their games have been going really well. Like, there's not been any huge things, so I wasn't expecting massive amounts of news. They did announce a new esport league for Overwatch. They announced some new, like some changes to some games and stuff like that. They announced some stuff about future WoW patches. And like a big thing of BlizzCon this year was the esports. What was disappointing though was that they had some panels, like they've got art panels and music panels and like voice actor panels and stuff. None of those were streamed for the virtual ticket. They had book panels this year. So they had one where it was just Christy Golden, and they had one that was about the cookbook, and there was one about the Traveller series, which is their new series. And they didn't stream any of those, and they're not being recorded or being put up either, which is fucking frustrating. And then the guy they had hosting the contests was a fucking douchebag. He kept mocking WoW, he kept mocking the Warcraft movie. He didn't know how to pronounce names, he didn't know the difference between an Overwatch character or a Diablo character. He couldn't pronounce any, like, it was bad. It was really bad. It was cringeworthy. The cosplayers were really amazing, as they always are. And the music and stuff was good too. I'm very happy that the girl who won did win, because she was really good and I really enjoyed her song. And then came the closing ceremony. So they picked Weird Al for the band for this year, which, alright, like I don't mind a couple of his songs, and I used to be a much bigger fan of Weird Al, but now I actually have a few problems with some of his songs. Like, some of them are really problematic, some of the lyrics in them and stuff, and like, I get that they're parodies and that, and it's supposed to be funny, but some things just aren't. So he did a lot of his songs. He did White and Nerdy, which, you know, that's one of the songs that I'm okay with, because it's almost like being proud of the fact that you're a nerd and stuff. It's not putting nerds down. He did, however, do Fat, in a fat suit. And he also did, he did a few, like, medleys of some of his other songs. One of which is, like, one about being lazy and inactive and, like, sitting in a chair and stuff all the time, which also have a problem with. You know, and especially being at a gaming convention, like, ultimately BlizzCon is a gaming convention, you know, where a lot of people escape into video games because of bullying and because of low self-esteem and all that sort of shit. You pull out a song about being fat and then one about being lazy. Like, are you really... Did you not think about who you were playing for? Like, at all? Because I don't think they were really appropriate songs for your audience. But that was a small thing, relatively small thing. Overall, Weird Al's alright. I sort of wish they'd picked a metal band, or not even necessarily a metal band, but just like a band who actually play like real music and stuff. And I sound like a total elitist now. But I do kind of wish they'd picked a band. The bit that was pissing me off was they had Scott Aukerman and some other chick, who were comedians, doing some sort of weird fucking improv skit in between Weird Al's costume changes. That apparently only the people who had the virtual ticket saw. Like, the people who were actually at the concert, they were seeing, like, clips from Weird Al's film clips and stuff like that on the screens behind the stage. So they didn't have to fucking deal with these two at all. But now, they did some weird fucking, oh, I'm Jerry Assange, I'm WikiLeaks' brother or something, and putting on, like, fucking stupid accent and, like, just making horrible fucking jokes and horrible comments, and it was cringeworthy. And the chick was being, like, a parody of a pop star, and it was just horrible. Like, it was, like, super forced, it was not funny, and it was just cringeworthy. But then they decided to up the cringe by making a joke about the suicide of Kurt Cobain. And then they made jokes about being colorblind. and then they made jokes about having curved spines. Like, no. Just, yeah. So it was just really sort of disappointing, and then like they do like a wrap up video at the end of the closing ceremony, and then it's done. But the video cut out, and the stream cut off right on 12 because it went a bit overtime or something. The stream cut off right on 12, so I didn't even get to finish watching this closing ceremony. But yeah, it just felt really disappointing. Not even for like the lack of news and stuff like that was to be expected. Like everything's going well. They've just released the WoW expansion. They've just released the Overwatch. They're not going to have huge amounts of anything for any of those things. They had a few things for Diablo, although I have to say, like it's cool. Like they're bringing necromancers in sometime late next year, which sort of like, oh like. Because I thought it would have been like early next year, but no, apparently it's going to be later next year. And they're doing like a revamp of Diablo 1 within Diablo 3, I think it was. But considering it's like the 20th anniversary of Diablo, I was kind of underwhelmed by that as well. And being the 10th BlizzCon, again, just, I sort of thought there would be more, and it was really sad not having Chris Metzen there. That was disappointing as well. Like, he didn't show up. Yeah, like it just felt really underwhelming, and yeah, some of the choices just really baffle me. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to have two fairly average comedians doing this stupid fucking skit in between. I'm like, it was cringeworthy, it was offensive, it was just fucking stupid. Like, ugh. I don't know whether that was a decision on Blizzard's behalf, or whether that was something that Weird Al was like, oh, this is what I want you guys to show while I'm getting changed and stuff. Which doesn't quite make sense to me that would be the case, because otherwise the people who were there would have seen that too, so yeah. Although they did announce Sombra, and it was really cool, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing her. I might actually have to make some space on my computer and download the PTR. We'll see. Oh, and there was some like heroes announcements and stuff too, which were cool. And yeah, but overall, it wasn't bad. I've got to catch up on all the esports. Like, I missed a bunch of it, so because like you can only watch one thing at a time. So yeah, I've got to go and catch up on a bunch of that. But basically, South Korea won every single tournament except for one. Like, they won Heroes, they won WoW Arena, they won Overwatch. They didn't win Hearthstone. Oh, and they won StarCraft as well, StarCraft 2. So, yeah, they fucking dominated. And, yeah. So, this week is going to be doing house stuff and trying to get some craft stuff done. I want to do some stitching this week. Doing some gaming, possibly raiding Wednesday and Thursday night, which would be good because I miss raiding. Probably finishing off Andrew's room if I can, knees depending. Just because I've got to move some of his furniture now to do the rest, and then stand up on things to do the roof. So I'll probably wait for a day where it's not so hot to do that, because I'm going to have to turn the fan off so that I don't accidentally, hit myself in the head with the fan. And yeah, keep putting cream on my sunburn. Because even like my nose is peeling and like super red up here. But yeah, it's like bad. And because I was wearing a singlet top and I was wearing my pentagram harness, so I've got like pentagram sunburn shapes. Like, it's kind of hilarious, but also kind of not. It didn't hurt too much the first day. The second day it did, like mostly up here on my shoulders. It made it really difficult to sleep because I sleep with my arm under the pillow, and like I couldn't bend it or lift it or anything, so yeah. But that's it, I think. Is it? Pretty sure. I've got a whole bunch of craft stuff that I want to get done. Like, I'm super behind with a bunch of stuff that I wanted to have done. I've still got to pull the videos that are off my camera and edit them and stuff. I've still got to finish some of my miniatures. I've got everything everywhere at the moment. Nothing is clean. Nothing is neat. And Illidan is stretched out, and it's kind of adorable. Let's see if I can... Yeah. He doesn't like the heat too much. I don't blame him, because I don't like it either. But considering now it's starting to warm up and stuff, I think now it's going to be the time where I start getting lots of crafts and stuff done, because I'm not going outside. Like, I can get sunburn hanging washing out. It's kind of bad. I'm really pale and stuff. Although, this part of my arm, like, sort of tanned. It's weird. But then underneath, it's, like, super pale. Yeah. That's a thing. Yeah. So, that's it for now. Not a whole bunch going on, really. And, yeah. Having to push back appointments and other stuff. Oh, he's being so cute. I just want to, like, pat him, but I know he's not gonna. He's just gonna bite me because it's hot, so. No. Yes. I'm gonna go. I'll set this to upload and might go get a snack. I don't know. Because, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. Bye.